We finish our interview.
Boom!
That just popped up today.
What's good, everyone?
What?
You are here.
The scenes over on the left
with
of
Big
your
Mike,
screen or StreamYard.
John Anthony, and myself. What's good? Boom, boom, boom. I don't even know what to call this show. I just put some random ass shit as a stream title.
What's going on, guys?
What's going on?
All right, no, I won't lie. I put it into the AI through Gronk.
ChairShot Sports.
No, I put it through Gronk, and I told it, hey, give me the highest I can.
Sports, bro. Like, yeah.
It's right there!
I mean, dude, it's ChairShot Sports.
I can change it right
All
here.
All right. You're going live on Twitch. I'm hitting the live button for everybody else. Let's do this.
Do it now.
Oh, too busy jamming out. What's going on, everybody? John Anthony, ChairShot Sports, the Sport Code affiliate, as always, powered by Zoa Energy. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Another great interview booked up for you guys. If you didn't have a chance to join us last night, myself and my boy here, Big Mike from the Run-In, were able to interview Dijak. An amazing, amazing interview. Great stories. Definitely go check it out. And tonight, we try to outdo ourselves. We got just as good a wrestler, an entertainer, football player, musician, the whole nine. A.J. Francis is going to be joining us in a couple minutes. Current TNA talent, so we're very excited for that. Obviously, for those of you that watch the show and see when I do these interviews, I don't roll alone. So I brought not just Big Mike from the Run-In, but I brought Spedrock. So I got both guys from the Run-In podcast that you can catch every Thursday at 8 o'clock on their YouTube and on Twitch as well. And yeah, what's up, guys? How we doing?
What's good?
I'm chilling now, man. Told you guys, been nervous all day, and these guys know it too. What's good, everybody?
Don't worry about it. It's going to be awesome. Oh, awesome. But yeah, pretty excited, man. Excited. Me and AJ have been trying to figure this out for a couple months, and he had some stuff going on with TNA when he was the champion, a lot of matches and stuff. So yeah, finally able to get it done, and we're going to get it done tonight. So I'm excited. So yeah, good stuff, man. Good stuff. And you guys got a show tomorrow night, right?
Yep.
Tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock Eastern, we will predict AEW Revolution and NXT Roadblock.
No, yeah.
What's going on, Aiden?
I'm debating. I have till Saturday if I'm going to go, man. I gotta make the decision and pull the trigger if I'm going to do it.
For Roadblock?
Yeah, I gotta make the decision. I'm trying to get my brother to go with me because I don't want to. That's just. I told you last night. The drive there is cool. It's the drive back where I'm like,
Did you see the match they just added last night?
Oh yeah, I know. I looked right. We're watching. I looked right at my wife. I'm like, I have to go. I have to go now. Like I gotta go. I can't miss this.
Yeah, Jordan Grace and Roxanne is going to be nice. Well, I mean, yeah, all of them being there, but adding Jordan Grace and Roxanne together, that's going to be a hell of a match too.
No, and prayers out, man, to Cora Jade. Man, that was what, like literally, you and me got done. I got out there. I started at the beginning, was moving forward, and I literally got live just as it happened. And I was like, oh my god. Like,
yeah, it seems like she's okay. She put a post out saying that she just got rocked a little bit, that she's fine. So it seems like she's going to be fine. Like she's not going to miss any real time.
Yeah,
but obviously, definitely a scary situation.
More of like maybe a stinger or a whiplash kind of effect. Because she took her head back down, her eyes were kind of wide. So I think it was just like maybe a stinger.
Yeah, I hit EC up right away, Esteban up right away. I was like, "Yo, is Cora okay?" Because he's right there. He can see everything, see what's going on. He's like, "Man, they're taking her to the back right now." I was like, "Woof, that's not good." Yeah, like they were helping out. How you doing?
But she was walking, so that's the important part. I mean, obviously, we don't want anybody to get injured, but with her history of knee injuries, we definitely didn't want it to be another knee injury because that's just compounding already bad stuff. So, man. Not that you ever want anybody to get hurt in any part of their body.
Nope.
But obviously, it being away from previous injuries. It's just one of those freak things, man. It didn't look like anybody did anything wrong. She just pushed her back in the corner. She kind of fell back, and I guess jarred something, man. It looked pretty basic. But you never know when stuff like that'll happen. That's why we say all the time, and wrestlers will tell you, especially when people say, "Oh, that's fake." It's like, well, I don't know that it's fake. It's all scripted and planned.
Yeah.
But the stuff they do is they try to protect each other as much as possible, but it's not fake.
Yeah, ask Cody Rhodes recently. You know, like.
Well, somebody should tell Travis Scott that it is fake.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Oh my God.
Travis, I know we say it's not fake, but Travis, it's fake.
Travis,
you're okay.
It's okay. Like he owed him rent money. It was just like, oh my God. Cody couldn't cover up fast enough. It was just like, dude, leave me alone.
Oh my God.
Yeah. There we go. Now we can start the show. What's going on, Lady Alpha?
What's up, Lady Alpha?
Oh my God.
What's up, Isaiah? Saw you coming in. Saw that up there too. What's going on?
But yeah, that was. Oh man.
I mean, good noise.
My wife had fallen asleep, so I showed her the whole thing. I was like, "Watch this," and she wasn't looking. Then you heard the. What was that? I was like, "That was Travis Scott. That was Travis Scott hitting Cody Rhodes."
And my thing is it didn't even add anything to the segment.
Mm-mm.
No, there was no need to like. And then he kind of like did the thing where like we talked about it. He pushed up on Cena like, "No, down. I need him down, please. Not up. He's gonna get whipped. We don't want him up." So, but Travis is working on it. He's working on it. So. Apparently rumor is now he's going to be doing the new John Cena theme song.
I saw that he said he wants to gain 100 pounds and get into the ring as well.
I'll be the biggest you've ever seen.
It won't be able to run whatsoever. All right, it'd be like OT's
slow motion.
Yeah, it'd be like OT's coming off the ropes, trying to do that spinning clothesline.
Hey,
I love Otis.
Can move for a bigger dude.
Oh, he can. He can. He's got some that power off that clothesline though, dude. Just call that your finisher. Spin, bam, done. Call that your finisher. You're good.
Legs are trunks, bro. That guy can go.
I would not be able to lift his damn leg. All right, that's just me. Look, I'm small. All right, I did things in the army. Yeah, I get that. But that dude's a freaking tree trunk. All right. That dude is a tree.
You are the size of his leg span.
Like look at El Pequeño here, man.
Daniel, get out of here. So for those of you that are just tuning in, that are a little early, we're here hyping it up a little bit, chopping it up. We're all waiting for AJ Francis to join us, the man of the hour. Little interview with him, talking about some stuff. TNA is his beginning of his career, what he's doing right now currently. So. Just he'll be joining us in a couple minutes at the top of the hour, so we're just chopping up, having a good time.
There might be from my Madden league. There might be a Miami Dolphins diehard fan who might throw a question out. They just posted up on Discord that we're live right now, and it jumped from 1 to 5 real fast. So we'll see what happens.
Heck yeah!
Let's go, man. Let's go. Me and Mike were talking about it yesterday. We went live. I was like, if we can get to like already 100 people before AJ even jumps into the stream, like let's go. Like,
that'd be dope.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens.
But adding
Twitch, 2 minutes. We're
at 60, is really nice.
Yeah, Twitch is always good, man. Shout out to everyone watching on all the platforms: X, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and on Twitch as well, man. Thank you for everyone that's watching this right now. We appreciate you guys' support. I know I do. I know Mike and Sped do as well. So you guys. Appreciate you guys taking the time. I know AJ appreciated it too, man. Like I know he'll appreciate you guys watching and coming in. So
I just shared this on X, so hopefully people come in from there too.
We're
awesome.
We're also going to be on Kick here soon, Big Mike. I'm going to move us over to Kick as well and try to get the revenue off of that as well. Because I could do 3 at a time on this now. YouTube, Twitch, and Kick all off of Streamlabs. And so I could boom all 3 at one time and still connect it with y'all.
Awesome.
Boom.
So almost as an offshot of say his name, he appears. Current TNA wrestler, rapper, musician, and football player, the man of the hour, guys. AJ Francis, guys. How we doing, AJ? Thank you for joining us, man.
What up, man? Thanks for having me. Y'all can hear me good?
Yes,
sir.
Yeah, thank you so much. So like I was telling the Gentle earlier, we've been talking about this for a couple months. I'm glad we were able to get it done. So
yeah, for sure.
You taking the time.
No doubt. I'm glad to be here.
Appreciate that. So like I do with all the guests that come on, obviously all 3 of us know who you are. We've watched you for a long time in your career. So folks that don't know who AJ Francis is, kind of like just as far as you're a great football player. Played for the Redskins, now Commanders. When did it become a wrestling thing? When did you kind of look at that and go, that's that's kind of the next endeavor that I want to go to and conquer. Where did that come from, and how'd you get into it?
Bro, I wanted to be a wrestler when I was 8 years old. I told my mother I was going to be a wrestler when I was 8 years old. So,
Nice.
the NFL thing kind of just happened. You can't really predict that. If when I was in high school, I wouldn't have got a scholarship to go to college. I was dead broke, so I wouldn't have been able to go to college if I didn't get a scholarship. If I wouldn't have got a scholarship, I wouldn't have went to college. I'd have started wrestling right then. If I wouldn't have went to the NFL right out of college, I would have started wrestling right then. The thing it kind of fell into place for me to start wrestling when I did was my buddy Mike Busey, owner of the Sausage Castle, which is the wildest party house in America. He throws these weekend long parties, and he has events at the parties. And one of the events was a wrestling show. And he tells me, "Yo, come be on this wrestling show. I know you like it." At the time, I'm still training to get back into the NFL. I'm a free agent, but you can get signed any day. It happened to me many times. So I'm training to get back in the NFL, and I go do this wrestling show, and a couple guys who, I had never that I had been wrestling for 10 years. After the show, they come to me and they go, "Hey, so where's your home promotion?" And I'm like, "Nah, I don't. This is my first match, man. I don't really have a home promotion." They're like, "Oh, so where you been trained at?" And I was like, "Nah, man, I ain't never trained. I mean, I'm just athletic and super coordinated. I know how this is supposed to look. I'm a big wrestling fan, so it's not that hard to do when you're the big guy, you know." And he was like, "Well, I'm not going to tell you what to do with your life because you're trying to get back in the NFL, but you should probably really look into wrestling." And hearing that from somebody who had been in the business for 10 years, um, and it was my first ever time getting in the ring, and it was something that I wanted to do my whole life. I sat with myself after that for like a week, and I was like, "Yeah, why am I still trying to play football? Like, I played 6 years in the NFL. Like, there's a lot of people that can't say that. That's still a really good career. I see Big Mike has a Dolphins hat on right now.
Yes, sir.
So, like, there's a lot of guys that can't say that wish they could. There's a lot of guys in wrestling that can't say that they wish they could. And,
One.
So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do wrestling. And then a week later, I enrolled at Team 3D Academy. Devon Dudley and Bubba Ray and Billy Gunn was working there at the time, and Serpentico from AEW,
Nice.
John Cruz, and Jay Rios. So there was a lot of really good trainers there, and I started training there. In my first match that I was telling you about was October 25th, 2018. I started training there November 15th, 2018. I had my tryout in April 2019.
Nice.
And I got signed in January 2020. So it was just like straight from the NFL into WWE.
So coming from that world, and I've spoken to this about a few people, and I'm just curious, your take on it. What was the biggest adjustment coming from professional football and professional sports and college sports into professional wrestling?
Well, the biggest adjustment for me is and wrestlers say when I say this, was the truth, is that as a big man, wrestling is way easier. As a big man in football, it's a lot of fucking work. It's guerrilla warfare against other 300-pound gorillas, and you're gonna fight and scratch and claw, and you're gonna literally, if I hurt you on the football field, oh well. If I hurt you in the wrestling ring, like, I fucked up.
It's not wrong.
Exactly.
I feel that.
So, what I'm saying? Like, you're literally fighting for your livelihood. Meanwhile, in wrestling, the goal is to not get hurt. The goal is to, make each other look good.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn about making no offensive lineman look good when I'm pass rushing.
I feel that.
At all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I feel that.
the biggest transmission for me was just like, I've always been, I was like one of those kids that played football in the fall and then played basketball in the winter, and then in the spring was in the spring musical. So, like, I've always been a showman. I've always had that part of me as a personality. I make music, I rap, I perform. So the performance aspect wasn't tough for me. I mean, realistically, I'm not even trying to be funny. The only move that I do now that I didn't do in 2019 when I first started wrestling is a spear.
Yeah.
And that's it. Every other move I was doing in 2019. I did the choke slam in 2019. I did my running knee, Tennessee whiskey, where I flipped to the outside in 2019. And I did my, sidewalk slam, the big squisher splash, big forearm, big boot. I was doing all that my first 6 months in wrestling. So I haven't really had to, I know where to put it now. I know how to properly build everything now. I know like when to put it somewhere or when to use it and when to not use it. I know when matches call for something and when matches don't. I know how to structure something so that I can build to it. But as far as the actual moves themselves, I've been doing the same thing for 6 years now. So, it wasn't that hard of a transition for me. Especially mainly because I'm just bigger than 99% of wrestlers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt about that, man.
Go ahead, Spade. You got a question?
All right. So mine's going to change it a little bit, though. I was just wondering, all right? You created a star in Joe Hendry. When are you going to destroy that star?
When TNA decides that they want to make more money.
I feel that, too.
That's a hell of an answer.
That is a hell of an answer.
I mean, they can run the gauntlet with the Elijahs and all the other guys. They can put it whoever they want in the Joe Hendry storyline. Everybody knows the Joe Hendry money is Joe Hendry versus AJ Francis. There's a reason why Joe Hendry's been doing the same thing for 10 years, and you guys didn't care until he started talking about AJ Francis. I mean, that wasn't his first time ever performing a musical song about somebody. And if I'm not mistaken, am I the only person he's ever had more than one song about?
I think you're the only one.
That would be true. You're getting the collection.
And he's made 3 different songs about me, and then one of the songs he made about me, I had legendary DJ Who Kid there with me. Another one of the songs he made about me, I had Bun B there with me.
Yep.
So I'm giving him the crossover attention. I'm giving him the mainstream appeal. Like, it's not a coincidence. People love to talk shit about me. Now, that's on the internet, but that's where everything blew up.
Yeah.
That's where everything blew up.
Yeah.
People don't really talk shit in person, not at least on... They might sometimes on the other side of the guardrail, but then I beg them to come over the guardrail and I'll beat them within an inch of their life.
They'd be dumb as hell.
Yeah, like Joe Hendry, like great star, great guy. Nothing but nice things to say about him as a person, but he ain't better than me.
No,
I mean, if Joe Hendry was so hot shit, why he need me to get on?
I feel that.
I've been on.
I feel that.
What was that Super Bowl media row with nobody else?
Well, you were the one who took the digital media title to a football game, right?
I took the digital media title to the Copa America. We was on the sideline with it.
Yep.
So like,
that's what I'm saying.
I made the digital media. The digital media title didn't matter till I won it. Then I won it, and it mattered a lot.
I feel that.
Then I lost it, and it fell off the face of the earth again.
Yep.
Like,
I feel that. Yep. He's not lying at all. He's not lying.
That's the problem. That's the problem. Is that like, I call myself the best heel in the business. I say I have the best choke slam in the business. I say I made Joe Hendry relevant. I say I made the digital media title relevant, and people get mad. But tell me when I'm lying.
You can't.
Like I come with facts, statistics, actual like.
And back up those facts and statistics.
Yeah, I know we live in the world where facts don't matter anymore, and you can just lie on national TV and call it the State of the Union.
Yeah.
But the truth of the matter is, like, you have to, in the world where facts matter, I back my shit up.
I love it. Oh man,
that's 110, man. Honestly, that's 110.
I love it. I love it.
I was gonna run it back to WWE. They kind of once like you found out, okay, hey, I'm gonna go do this. I'll let Mike take. I know he has a question he had involving that when you started with WWE.
Yeah, so and I've always been a hip hop kid, so I love a lot of it. How did Hit Row come about? Like, what was the pitch for that originally, and how did you guys come together?
So I told you I was on the independents for a year before I got to WWE, and my crew that I made on the independents was called The Row. and it was based off of me looking like Suge Knight, and so my character's name was Sugar Bear.
That's awesome.
And we all wore red. We all had red bandanas. We was just bloods for real. That's what we was. I pulled up to the show one time in a red Benz, like parked it outside the ring type shit.
Awesome.
Like real cool shit. You know what I'm saying? Real cool shit. Nobody was doing at the time. I had somebody's body in the trunk.
That's awesome.
And then at the end of my promo, I pulled their body out the trunk.
That's
somebody I was feuding with named Action Lewis. Like I was doing some real revolutionary shit.
That would be gold on TV, man.
That'd be amazing.
That would be gold, bro. Gold.
So then I come to WWE, and I'm one of one. There's nobody like me. There's nobody like me as tapped in the culture. There's nobody like me with the celebrity influence. There's nobody like me that can get in the rooms that I get in without. There was guys from WWE and AEW at Super Bowl Media Row, and all of them were there because their boss told them they could go.
Yeah,
like I got in that room on my own hard work, right? So, I've always been different. So when I got to WWE, literally the very first month that I'm there is the beginning of COVID. So COVID starts, and we can't go into the facility. So they say we're going to do something called Promo Madness. And basically it was just a March Madness tournament that featured all the talent in NXT. And at the time, we're talking Karrion Kross, Santos Escobar, Shotzi Blackheart. I mean, the top of NXT at that time.
Yeah.
Everybody's in it. And I won the whole thing. And I had only been there for 3 months, right? And I won the whole tournament, right? So now they're like, who is this big guy? Like, who the fuck is this guy? This guy comes in and he's just the best promo we got. Like, what the fuck is going on with him? And then so now they're like, okay, well, what do you want to do? And I was like, I tell them this idea of, how I used to have this record label faction on the indies. And then a couple weeks later, a guy named Katz, he goes to Brianna, B-Fab, and says, yo, I think you should team up with AJ and Tahuti, Ashante the Adonis, and you guys should, see what you could do there. And then I was just in a group chat with Tahuti and Bree, and they were talking about, thinking about we should work together, make a crew. And at first, being honest, I was like, man, I'm not trying to do the crew thing. Like I got it on my own. Like
one of one.
Yeah, one. Ain't never been one like me before, and there won't be another when I'm done. So like, I was like, I don't really want to do the crew thing. But then the more I sat there with it and thought about it, I was like, nah, Brianna is bad. She's talented. She can rap, like actually rap.
Yeah.
I was like, because when I was doing the row on the independents, I had rappers in the crew and I had wrestlers in the crew, but I was the only person that was a wrestler and a rapper. You see what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, that'd be cool. And then I was like, I produce everything. I make, like, we make the beats here. I'm in my studio right now. Like, I engineer the sessions.
Hell yeah.
Like, I do all that. All that. So I do all that in home. The Hit Row song was made in my house.
Hell yeah.
Like, so like I do all that, right? So then, but if we're gonna be a record label, like I was like, what can we do with Tahuti? Like, how can, because he don't do nothing with music for real. And I was like, oh, we'll just say he's our producer, because like I'm really the producer, right? But wrestling fans don't know that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they're just like, oh, he's our producer. And then whenever we do anything musical, he just stands there and pretends he's doing something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But really, it's the truck in the back controlling everything anyway. You know what I'm saying? So it all worked. So it's like, okay, we're going to do this. And at first, I didn't want to go with, I had the Row name, but I wanted to do something different. So we called ourselves the Hitmakers. And it was just me, Tahuti, and Bree. And it was a year that we were behind the scenes because we formed in like March of 2020, but we didn't debut till May 2021.
Nice.
So it was like
it was right after that promo battle.
Yeah.
So no. So the promo battle was March 2020.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. So you formed right after that.
Yeah, we formed right after that. That's why. So like from that is when we ended up forming together.
Yeah.
And then so for a year at like what they call PC Lives, which is just like matches and shows that they put on in the PC just for the people in the PC, so people can get reps, so people can like try to work out some stuff, work on their entrance, just flesh their character out, get more comfortable in the ring, shit like that. So we was doing PC Lives for like a year, and everybody loved us, right? Everybody loved everything we did. So then now during that same time, I get cast for that Most Wanted Treasure show.
On A&E. Yep.
On A&E. Yep. So I'm filming this show also while I'm doing all this stuff backstage for like a year. So then lo and behold, the show comes out April 18th, 2021, and it's a hit. It's a hit. It's still to this day the most watched
show, man. It was a good show.
The first season of Most Wanted Treasures. The first season of Most Wanted Treasures is the most watched show that WWE has ever done with A&E.
Yep.
Some of the things you guys found was wild.
Yeah.
Like wild as some of the stuff that was found. Crazy shit.
It's just a fact. And that's why I take that as a, badge of honor, because it's the most watched thing they ever did, and it's the season that I was the host.
Oh, nice.
So lo and behold, this show debuts and it's a hit. And now they're like, okay, well, this show's a hit. We got to get him on TV now. Right? Like, we got to get him on TV. They like what we're doing backstage with Hit Row. They didn't really have any plans for Swerve going forward. So Triple H comes to me and he says, hey, what do you think about putting Swerve in the crew? And I'm like, now, mind you, we've been just us three for a year. But at the same time, I'm like, bro, whatever the fuck gets me on TV, I'm with. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, bring the web. I don't care. Let's go.
I got that.
Whatever, bro. Let's do it. I don't care. Let's go. Sounds great, right? So then, and also, like, Swerve makes music too, so it kind of was a good fit.
Yep.
So then Swerve's already also, the main thing that Swerve brought to the crew was TV equity.
Yeah.
Because he had already been on NXT television for a while.
Yep.
So people knew who he was, which is also why, like, even though we went out of our way to say there's no leaders in Hit Row, one of the biggest downfalls of Hit Row is people just assumed that Swerve was the leader of Hit Row. And then when we went up to the main roster, some like story leaked that I was going to be now the leader and Swerve was going to be in a tag team, and people were like mad about that. But we were like, yo, we never once said this guy's our leader. Like, that never was said. That never happened. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it was just a thing that people just thought. So we debut and we're off to the races. Like, I'll never forget, a week after we debuted, we're backstage, like, watching the show. And during every single commercial break, the crowd is just chanting, Hit Row, Hit Row. And we're looking all at each other like, yo,
That's
what
awesome.
the fuck is going on? Like, this is crazy. Like, we're like we haven't even done anything, right? So NXT was great, man, because they just let us go. Like, they were just like, yo, we can't tell you how to talk. We can't tell you how to do this. They're like, we need you to cover this point.
The rest is you.
And the rest, do whatever you want. Say whatever you want. It's got to be a minute and a half. Okay, cool. Okay. So then we had a little fake makeshift studio that we would shoot our videos in, or we did one in the back of a U-Haul truck with a burning trash can, like the metal trash can. We were doing crazy shit. We was just trying shit, right? So, and it was working. It worked so much that to this day, we're still the fastest call-up ever in the history of NXT.
It was quick.
We debuted in May of 2021, and we got called up in October.
Yeah.
Like, so like fastest call up ever, right? So, it was a great time. And then when we get up to the main roster, they fire B-Fab, and then, I go out of my way to make sure, like, I don't take it back at all, because clearly I was right. B-Fab is still there now and doing great. But I went out of my way to, when they fired B-Fab, then I talked to John Laurinaitis and Vince McMahon, and I told him, I was like, yo, y'all shouldn't have fired B-Fab. Like, not on some, you shouldn't have done that, but on some, yo, she brings a lot to the table. Like, she helps with a lot of what we do. Like, and without her, we're just hip-hop New Day. You know what I'm saying? We're just three black dudes that are all together.
Not wrong.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's like, she is a differentiator for us, right?
Yeah.
And they didn't like that. So then after they fired her, they fired all of us, right? So, it was just it just was it just was very unfortunate. It was very unfortunate how it all turned out because I mean, look at BFAB now, look at Ashante now, look at Swerve now, look at me now.
Yeah, but you got the last
Right?
laugh though.
I mean, I still haven't had the last laugh. The last laugh is when I go back and
Win it all.
have my singles run that I deserve.
Oh, fair enough.
go.
Fair
Yes.
enough. I like that.
Yes.
That is a lot. Look, I think you
But-
deserve it though on that one. You're one hell
I
of a
think so
competitor.
too. Go
I'm
look
excited
at
for it.
my match at Slammiversary versus PCO.
Joe, listen.
That's a 56-year-old man that I put on an instant classic with.
Yeah.
Go look at my TNA World Title match main event with Nick Nemeth.
Yes.
Like,
These
go
matches,
look at it. Like,
oh no, trust me,
if
I
you
was
think-
watching it live those days. I was like, come on, give it to him.
Man.
Yeah,
man. I mean, you should.
And not that obviously everything is spitting is truth, obviously, but I had an interview with PCO about a month ago, and he said on the show he was amazed at how great you were in the ring.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
an honor for him to work with you, man. He put you over so hard. It was legit, man. He couldn't say enough good things about you, man. So,
And I appreciate PCO for that so much
Yeah.
because that match with PCO shut a lot of people the fuck up.
yeah, it did.
Yeah, man.
Yes, it
there
did.
was
and
a
even
lot
for him
of-
being an older big guy, he can move too, man.
big
You guys
time,
killed it.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That match was
And that's the thing is that like, hey, you gotta understand like, there's a lot of people that are gigantic fucking losers that pretend that I'm not the best big man in this business when I am, and I go out and prove it every week. Wait till you see my match with Steve Macklin this week on TNA.
Oh, I can't wait.
Oh, yeah.
So like,
yes.
I do it time and time again. I prove it time and time again. And whether it be a tag match or a singles match, just go watch, man. Just actually watch the product. If you watch what I'm doing, there's
Yep.
no doubt that who's the best big man in the
All
world is.
day.
And people take offense to that, but I don't really give a shit because when I was humble and when I was Mr. Nice Guy and I was, you know what, I don't really, want to put myself out there so much, I got walked over and I got shit on. Don't nobody do that shit no more.
Yeah, there's a lot of nice guys in catering that never get a shot.
Yeah, don't nobody do that shit no more. Don't nobody
They're
talk to
eating,
me
but
any
they're not
kind of way
TV.
no more. Exactly.
Damn right.
Don't nobody talk to me any kind of way no more. Don't nobody get to do whatever they want with me no more. I do what the fuck I want to do.
Exactly.
And that's why I talk how I talk because I don't care no more. I tried to be Mr. Nice Guy and it didn't work.
Yep.
So now I'm gonna show you who the real fucking best big man in the business is.
Yeah, but those
Paul
guys that
Levesque
are
said
calling you
before,
out,
man,
those guys that are calling you out on Twitter, you can obviously, when you read it, and I follow you and everything, I've commented on so many things of yours. Those guys are
Your
obviously.
retweets are epic, bro.
Oh, they are.
Your callbacks to these guys are epic.
Oh yeah, and you can
Yeah.
obviously tell they don't watch the product. They're just going off of what they hear and stuff, and I can't stand it. I'm sorry. I don't want to.
Yeah, it happens like
No,
that's
no,
like the truth. Like the
People are
like
still
the worst-
people are hanging on to the shit that happened over the top rope from what, like
Yeah.
that stupid stuff. That I
Stupid
told
3
you.
years
shit.
ago.
Yeah,
But here's the
stupid
thing. Here's
shit.
the craziest part. Here's the craziest part about that is, I had a 6-minute promo
Mhm.
for the First Class Penthouse
Mhm.
2 weeks ago, the debut episode,
Mhm.
and like it was an incredible promo from beginning to end. 99.9% of people in this business couldn't do a 60-second promo
Oh, he's
that
right.
was half that good.
Shit,
and
they
I
barely do one.
Was given a microphone and 6 minutes to do with whatever the hell I wanted. And then they didn't even ask me what I was going to say. And to be honest with you, some of the stuff that I said, I wasn't sure if I was allowed to say, but I didn't ask.
Just go, man.
Just keep
I said,
Let them
going.
leave it on the cutting floor, man. Just leave it out there,
ask,
whatever.
ask for forgiveness, not permission. You know,
Exactly.
and so like
So I'll take a look at that. We'll see on episode 2 tomorrow night.
Yeah,
I'm
you're gonna see
excited for that
another
now.
one. You're gonna see another one tomorrow. Another thing where they literally just said, "This is the amount of time that you have. Do whatever you want." Right, and then I go out and do a very entertaining segment, and I use some talent that was, not signed TNA talent, but you'll see it tomorrow. And I give people opportunities. There's so many people in this business that I have given opportunities to and put in position to be able to do things that they weren't able to do before. And the thing is just like, I just don't come on here bragging about it.
No, I feel it.
Like, I like BDE had been longing to get his first match. but everybody's scared to work those guys because they don't know how to work young guys.
Mm-hmm.
Most people don't know how to work in general, but they don't know how to work young guys that, put them in good position, make them look good. They want to make sure that, I'm going to beat the shit out of them. Man, this shit is fake. If wrestling was real, I wouldn't lose as much as I do.
It's true.
It's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I lose all the time. So that, like, I'm over that part. You know what I'm saying? I've lost to women. Like, I've lost to people that are half my size. Like, none of this shit is real. So, like, let's make it entertaining, baby.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Like, let's do what needs to be done. There's, and then that's what I'm here for. That's why I don't hold my tongue no more. What y'all gonna say to me?
Nothing. You can't touch what you're doing.
Stop, man. Paul Levesque said it, man. You can have a lot of friends or a lot of money, and my bank account's looking fat right now. So listen, I don't need them friends to help me spend this money. So
that's what I'm saying.
And the second part of that too is like you hit the nail on the head too. I think it's the biggest part of the business. Maybe not so much right now, but I think it has been for a while. Guys got to check their ego at the door. I got to hit my moves. I got to hit my spot. I got to hit my finisher. Like, you got to put other people over to get these guys look good. That makes you look even better. Yeah, you might lose a lot, but your matches are phenomenal. You're out there looking. These guys are great. You go in the back from Gorilla and guys like, yo, AJ, nice match. Like, yeah, you took an L, but you look out there looking great. That's
and I tell all the guys all the time, I'm like, bro, you can hit whatever the fuck you want to hit. Just know at the end I'm gonna choke slam the shit out of you. So I don't really care.
Yeah, baby.
I don't really care what you do before that. You go eat a choke slam and then we go be good. Like that'll be it. Like we'll be fine.
Before you came on, me and Spen were talking, and you definitely have probably like you called that back to what I think Undertaker for like the American Badass.
Yeah, the American Badass days where you full extend
is wild.
I mean, you full
best
extend
business.
Like
best choke slam in the business, man.
Yeah.
I've been saying it for over a year.
You've been
best choke slam in the business, and people are finally listening.
Listen, you were talking about BFAB a few months ago, saying you guys need to start watching her, start watching what she's doing. Man, I started watching, I started listening. I was like, man, this dude's for real. He knows what he's talking about. BFAB gets in the ring. BFAB knows how to go. And I wanted for me and Big Mike over here had been on our show before. I want to see her U.S. Title soon around her waist.
Oh, yeah.
She would be phenomenal. It would be phenomenal for her.
We need, man. Like, we need to get the U.S. title on an American, like BFAB. That's what we need.
That'd be beautiful. That would be beautiful.
The irony that it's on Chelsea Green. It's like, what are you doing?
America first, brother. America first. Isn't that what we doing? Isn't that what we doing today? America first. That's what we're supposed to be doing, right? Yeah. Let's put the title on BFAB.
So obviously, I talked to guys that's the story I heard. You kind of told Vince and John, respectfully, you guys don't know what you're doing. That's kind of, and then you all got let go. So obviously, you hit the independents a little bit, did your thing. You end up back in WWE. How did that come about? It was unexpected, unannounced, really, when you came on. As far as like viewers wise, how did that come about? Coming back and having a second stint with the company.
So when we came back, it was just because Hunter had finally gotten in charge, and Nick Khan himself told me that when Hunter was became in charge, the first people they wanted to bring back was Hit Row because Nick Khan and Hunter felt that we weren't given the proper due. They literally, I'm watching SummerSlam and I'm watching Io and Dakota come back, and I'm like, oh man, that would be sick if they brought us back, man. This is awesome. I'm happy for them. Not expecting to actually get the call, right? So then I get a random text message from Hunter like 2 days later. He's like, yo, can we talk tomorrow? And I'm like, yeah. So then I call him. He's like, hey, I'm going to set up a meeting with you. Are BFAB and Ashante available? And I was like, I can find out. And then back in my mind, I'm like, you goddamn right they're available. But so I was like, yeah, okay. So then, we end up setting up the meeting. And then Hunter just basically said he's going to bring us back next week. And just making sure that everybody was ready to go back. And it was funny because when the day they brought us back, they hit us in I think it was his bus. It was somebody's bus. I don't know whose was. I think it was Hunter's bus. And they hit us in the bus for the whole show until we came back. And then when they brought us out, like they want to hide us while we're walking out of the buses and stuff. So they gave us all these hoodies and sweatpants to put on. But mind you, they gave me like an extra large. So it's not working, brother. Like you can tell it. If anybody who knows me knows it's me. Like it's not this hoodie is not working. But you know, we get through and we get in, and then our music hits, and the place goes crazy. They can't believe we're there.
It was a big pop.
And then we go in, squash match, get a dub, and it was awesome. But you know, honestly, just being real, like. I don't think there was ever a plan for us. I think it was just let's get these guys back and see what happens. You know, and if there isn't a plan for you in wrestling, you know, you just get pushed to the wayside, and that's really what ended up happening. We were a tag team that was, you know, a babyface tag team that was coming up that was, you know, doing some really cool things, but you know, at the time, it was the middle of the Bloodline storyline, and the Usos were the tag team champions. And
you got a shot at them. You know,
we got a shot, and it was a good match. It was a good match, and like, but we wasn't gonna beat the Usos for the tag team titles. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like there. After that, it was like, okay, well, what do we do now? And we never really got that. We wanted to turn heel. We finally did. It worked. And then there was not really much that was done with that. So it was kind of just like, you know, like I wish that we could have done more. But again, like it was a great time, like be able to go back to WWE with Tahuti and B-Fab. And I am very grateful for the people there that know that I should still be there. That I've had conversations with that can't believe, especially with how I've been going in TNA, that it would even happen in the first place. So, you know, I'm sure I'll be back, but at the same time, like, I'm not really pressed on that. They know where I live. They know my number. They knew it both times they fired my ass, so they know how to. They can call same number, so they can call me and bring me in whenever they want. They ain't got no problem bringing in Joe Hendry, and I made him a star. It's not like they don't know. It's not like they did. It's not like they knew about Joe Hendry before he started working with me. So, you know,
they only have a partnership with TNA. They know where you are. That's fine. They know where you are.
I was gonna ask, you know, now with the partnership and everything, can you see yourself jumping? Like, say let's say down the road you beat Moose for the X Division title. Okay, that would be a great match in my opinion. All right,
it would.
But you get the X Division title. Let's say you jump over and they're doing these little champion matches. Who in that NXT side would you like to face holding the North American championship? Sorry.
You know, I don't really need the title to go over there. Like,
that's true
too. I don't need a title. I'm very entertaining.
You are.
But you know, if I was to be a champion and go over there, I'd like to face Ashante. If we're not gonna work together, I would like to face Ashante.
That'd be cool.
First and foremost.
That'd be cool.
That'd be awesome.
I'd like to face Trick for sure.
Ooh.
Obviously Oba.
That'd be nice. That's your man right there.
That's Big Mike's man. He's a big old guy.
Like I might be the only person actually stronger than Oba in wrestling. So
that'd be nice though. Those two going at it. That'd be
your guys' match would be fire, man. I'm not gonna lie. That would
be fire. Those oh my god.
Spots in that match would be nuts.
Do it at Hershey. Do it in Hershey so I can see it.
It'd be cool. It'd be cool. You know,
I'd rather see Ashante in first class though. I don't want to see you going against Ashante. I want to see Ashante.
I would love to see that.
Build on the group,
and we already laid the seeds for that. When he came to TNA, when he came to TNA, he came out and started the show with a promo, and he said, "Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Ashante the Adonis." That's on purpose. When he went to NXT, he had a promo, and he said, "Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Ashante the Adonis." That's on purpose.
Yeah.
Like I told him he was backstage. I was backstage at Genesis. He was there, and I was like, "Yo, when you go out there, say, allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Ashante the Adonis."
The
And he
breadcrumbs.
did
Put
it.
the breadcrumbs out.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, like that story is gold. Like
Yes.
if you want Ashante to stay a heel, you have him come join us, and he can be part of first class, and it's a
Yeah.
whole crew thing.
Yep.
If you want him to be a babyface, you have him come and join us, and then we jump him.
Yep.
Like it's as simple as that.
You know-
And the backstory is already there.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's like
That's an easy
you
callback.
know,
It is.
easy callback. It's
Yeah.
easy callback. It's as easy as man. When I left TNA, I'm sorry. When I left WWE, you ain't leave WWE. You left me behind. Now I
Yeah,
know
yeah.
that's not true, but it's still a good story. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Oh, they'll lead it up.
I like
yeah,
that.
exactly.
Hey, yeah, and I feel that. Damn.
Yeah, no. When the partnership got announced, there was definitely a handful of people, and that was like, "Oh, dude, AJ's got to come back. We got to do something." Like whether it's like the whole running back, or again, I don't know how it kind of works in the back, and you don't have to answer anything like that. Like it's weird having a partnership if people are jumping and signing contracts with the companies and stuff like that. But
Yeah, I
definitely
don't know. They gonna tell me whenever they want to tell me. I really don't know. Like I'm not. The thing is like me personally. If I never go during the partnership, that's cool because I know my contract will run out eventually, and then
like you
yeah,
said,
I'll be
they
there.
have
You
your
know what I'm
number.
saying? Yeah,
And
they got my
it's one of
number.
those things where like you've become, not to steal it from, but undeniable, man. Like what you've done
Yeah.
from what since they left, and like you said, Swerve's done it, Adonis, BFAB, like you made your mark in TNA, man.
Yeah,
And you coming back, man, that would be.
I'm the biggest
super
heel on the show.
Yes, you are.
There's
Yeah.
only two people that get even close to the level of heat that I get, and that's Alicia Edwards and Iceman George. But neither one of them
George.
really be in the ring wrestling.
Yeah.
So
You're right.
I mean, let's be for real.
And you
When
going?
I when I
Go
have
ahead.
when I'm standing ringside during a Rich Swann match or a KC Navarro match, and they're facing whoever they're facing, and I'm standing there minding my business, and the crowd chants "AJ sucks." I mean, I ain't doing nothing.
No,
I
feel that.
literally say to them, "I'm not even in the match because I'm not." But I still get so much heat that just standing out there, they hate my
That
guts.
presence.
They hate my
That's
guts.
it. That's how you know it's that Dom heat. That's that Dom.
It
Just
is.
being in
It
the
is.
area. They
And
just
every time I come out, there's more and more first class signs.
Yes.
And I
yes,
telling people
that is no doubt.
He's not
I'm
lying.
telling
Yeah.
people, yo, leave me alone. Hey, keep us out of it. Well, we don't want your little signs. And they be coming anyway.
Yep.
Because they appreciate greatness.
You
Some
guys-
people realize greatness in front of their face.
Yep.
Some people need other people to tell them who's great.
Yep.
Sometimes you got to get proven wrong to find
Mhm.
out that you
Some people just blind as hell.
Yeah,
Yep.
you're right. Exactly.
You're damn right. No. No. All right. So if you bring Ashanti in first class, right? What do you think, Swan? And how well do you think Swan and Ashanti could be as a tag team? Yeah, mesh together.
I mean, Swan, KC, Ashanti, all of them. That'd be great.
That would be beautiful.
They're all incredible performers.
The quick.
And most importantly, they take bumps for me.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
you know,
that's true.
They make my life easier. Now I say that, but in a singles match, I'm only bumping 2 or 3 times anyway. But just being real, they in tag team matches they take a shit ton of bumps, and I don't have to, and it makes it much easier on me. And it's always good. Like Casey's really good at playing what's his name called it, the Scooby Doo role.
Yeah.
I said the Scooby Doo role. Like he plays the Scrappy Doo role. Sorry, where he's the smaller guy, and he's the smaller guy, but he does a good job accentuating what I'm doing and highlighting what I'm doing and making these statements and playing off of what I'm doing. And he's just a great performer all around. And then so adding Ashante to that or bringing Rich back in, it would be perfect. I would appreciate it, and I would love to do that.
That would be nice.
In my world, in my perfect world, all 4 of us are in first class together.
That would be dope.
That's my perfect world. But
That'd be dope.
you never know what can happen in this business.
do a first class hit row or something, bring it all together, man. That'd be wild. Like just bring back like storylines together, make the one big group. That would be amazing.
And that's one thing I will do. I have made a point of doing now, pointing out is that I think one of the downfalls of my time in Hit Row was the fact that we went out of our way to say nobody's the leader, right? I don't do that shit no more. I'm the leader of First Class. I'm the fucking CEO of First Class.
No, I feel
this is my show, and you're in it.
Yep.
Okay. And that's why even when I say you're on even First Class, the First Class Penthouse is really on T and AJ Francis. So don't forget where you're
TNA without AJ Francis.
You know what I'm saying? You can't. It's physically impossible. So I saved TNA. I mean, we all know I saved TNA. Look at the biggest star that TNA has currently right now, the guy that I made a star. So you can say the Hardys. I definitely didn't make the Hardys. Obviously, the Hardys helped a lot. Okay, no shade to the Hardys, right?
Yeah.
And Jordan Grace helped a lot. She ain't there no more.
Beast though during that run.
She ain't there no more.
Oh no, she's not. No, she's not.
She left you somewhere else.
She moved on to greener pastures, right? So shout out her. But I saved TNA, and if you really pay attention, you'll know I did.
Yeah.
If you're not paying attention, you'll flap gums, you'll say whatever. But the girls that get it.
No, I feel it. I feel it.
Yes. Man, my boy Sam Roberts says, man, you got to watch the product. You can't run your mouth if you're not watching the product because you don't know that. You just
that's like
you watch the product.
Empty words, man. Empty words.
That's
if you watch TNA.
Yeah.
If you watch TNA, I'm the biggest, best heel on that show, and I saved TNA.
Yeah, I mean, you guys sold out Atlanta when you were in that the TNA World. Yes, I was gonna say the World Championship, man. You guys sold out Atlanta and got a standing O at the end of the match. I told you, I watched that whole thing. I was cheering for you the whole time. Look, I like Nick. I like him. Formerly Dolph Ziggler. I like him. He's a great guy. But I've been following you for a minute, and then I've had fun watching your journey, what you've been doing. And, the whole you and Michael Cole scene where you guys were going at it made me laugh each and every week, And now that you're back, hopefully we can see you some point just come on to a kickoff show and be like, Cole, you suck. And then just walk off or something. Yeah, that'd
literally drop the mic.
Yeah, just walk off. Yeah.
If I was going to do that, I wouldn't just tell Cole he sucked.
Oh no, I know.
I yank Cole up by his collar. I yank Cole up by his collar and then wait for Pat to step up and then chokeslam Pat to the damn announce table.
Oh my god! It'd be the first time someone breaks the new one. Bam.
That was going to do it. It's that chokeslam.
And then me and Pat can face at SummerSlam.
Hey, listen, let me be there recording it, So.
Two real NFL guys.
Yeah.
I was just saying, two former NFL
I do find it funny that the NFL guy that gets the only real NFL guy that gets a lot of props from the IWC and wrestling people in general is a punter.
No. He's a punter. He didn't even get this. It's actually funny. Michael Cole tried to prop him up a while back. He's like, oh, it's physical as you guys. He's like, my position, I didn't get hit, Cole. Okay, cool, whatever, man.
Exactly.
Look good.
Exactly. Let me tell you something. There's rules saying it's illegal to hit him.
Exactly.
Yep.
Meanwhile, a 300-pound silverback gorilla can dive at my knees, and I'm just supposed to be okay with it.
Yeah, and I feel that. Yeah.
That's so true. Oh man, so you've been in TNA. It's been a little over a year now since you've been there. Last year was you signed in January. They popped up obviously at MLW in February too, doing that stuff, and that's doing great work down there too. So far, you've had a lot of matches. We've talked about a couple of them. So far, what has been your favorite match so far since you've been in TNA?
The two that I mentioned before, the world title match with Nick Nemeth and the Slammiversary real main event with PCO. If I had to pick one, sold that one out too.
Yeah.
If I had to pick another one, I'd probably say the tag team match with the Hardys we had in San Antonio. That was a lot of fun. That was a really good match. The match I have with Steve Macklin this week on TNA, I liked really a lot. It's not that long of a match, but it was a good match. I had a bunch of really good tag team matches with everybody. I had some absolute We had 3 matches with ABC, and they're all 3 matches are bangers.
Oh, ABC, man.
So
can't wait till we get back together, man.
shout out Bay. Shout out, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Ace. I probably we had a great match with the Rascals. So, there's a lot of really good guys on the TNA roster.
Oh yeah.
And we've had a lot of really good matches because of it.
Awesome. So I know we talked about NXT a little bit. We talked about Oba, stuff like that. Out of Raw and SmackDown right now, the main roster, I got to know, who's one guy you want to jump into the ring with?
Raw and SmackDown.
Either
AJ
one.
Styles.
Nice.
I want to face AJ Styles at Slammiversary.
Yes.
To prove who the best AJ in TNA history is.
Yeah.
That's what
Please make
that's the message.
Somebody listen to make this happen, please.
I will cut this up and I will send it to Triple H personally. Please make that happen.
AJ Styles, TKO in this.
AJ Styles versus AJ Francis at Slammiversary to see who the real greatest AJ in TNA history is.
Will the real AJ please stand up?
Exactly. Exactly.
Well, don't tell him that because he'll have to get out of frame. We want to keep him in frame.
Exactly. And I don't think he could give me the Styles Clash.
Oh no! You have to hit you with the phenomenal forearm. Catch him in midair.
It's gotta be the forearm.
Catch him in midair.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Chokeslam.
Bam! 10 feet down.
Yeah. No, true story. I never had a match with AJ, which is why I really want to do this. But I did have a match with the Good Brothers, and then at the end, AJ gives me a phenomenal forearm. This was on SmackDown, and it was the thing that's funny about it is AJ had just come back, and he had on some new gear he hadn't worn, I think. And when he goes to give me the phenomenal forearm, he still has his dip up jacket on, but it has a hood, right? So when he jumps, the hood comes up, and he can't see shit, right? This is what he told me. He said the hood comes up and he can't see shit. And he was so grateful that he was like, thank God you're where you're supposed to be, kid. Because if you weren't where you were supposed to be, I wouldn't have been able to do anything about it because I couldn't see anything.
Your chest like,
and I turned right into it too. Bow! Got killed. He couldn't see a fucking thing. That's why he's the best. That's why I need to choke slam him out of his damn kick pads.
I love it.
God damn it. Man. That was great.
So he mentioned who you want to face out of the main roster. I want to know who you want to bring into first class. Who would be the best fit for first class off the main roster?
I already said Ashante,
outside of B-Fab and Ashante, outside of those two, because those two were obvious.
B-Fab and Ashante, I would honestly say, what would be a good person?
Truth. Or Ron Killings.
Yeah, I had a great story that I wanted to do with Truth when I was in WWE that we never got to do.
Truth in first class.
I had this idea to do with
guys, we're Evolution. No, man, stop it. No, wrong group.
I pitched this idea to creative that they just ended up not using. Actually, they ended up using it, but with Judgment Day. And the gimmick was our Truth comes up to us. They did a little different with Judgment Day, but it was our Truth would come up to us and be like, "Hey, man, you guys are rappers, young black kids. I used to be you. Like, it's not going well for y'all. Like, let me show you how you can have some real, success and longevity in this business." And then I'm like, "Man, I ain't worried about this old ass man." And then B-Fab's like, what do we got to lose? And I'm like, all right, Fab, whatever. So I listen to Fab. Yeah. So then at first it's just B-Fab that's on board. Then a couple things start going our way. Now B-Fab and Ashante are on board, but I'm still holding off. And then finally I buy in too. And then all of us are in and we're like, okay, Truth, thanks, man. I appreciate you. And then we have a big match and we lose. And then now we beat the shit out Truth. and now the story is Hit Row versus our Truth, right? Like that's and then we had a whole thing. I had this whole thing planned out, but we ended up not using it. But so Truth would be a good one. But I would honestly say, if I was going to bring any person from the main roster into first class, a good fit would probably be like Carmelo Hayes. I would say.
Yes. Yeah.
Carmelo. But it was funny because when we were doing Hit Row on SmackDown and Melo was on NXT, he used to always make little jokes in the PC like, yo, let me come be in Hit Row, man. Because he's trying to get on the main roster. Now you're on the main roster, he'll probably tell us kick fucking rocks. But, you know, at the time that he did use the
He just feed with choke slam. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, the kid did done.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
That was great.
Awesome, man. Ben, you got any more? You got any more questions?
Who?
That's you.
Oh, I didn't hear what he said. I don't personally. I didn't hear anything he said. I just heard anybody got any more questions. Like, wait, who did he say?
Yeah, right. Mike, anything?
No, I'm good, man. I've gotten everything I need, man. It's been amazing.
It's been an honor,
Awesome,
honestly.
Yeah. So you're killing it right now, man. You're killing the game. Like everything you say is 100%. And I mean, it's not just gassing you because you're on the show. Like you're doing what you do, like the way you do best. But like, so what are some plans? Like anything? Obviously, you do MLW stuff like that. I know you jump into the studio and things like that. Any big stuff coming up musically? Anything going on? Like aside TNA?
me and Montez are working on an album together right now. So that'll be cool.
Nice.
We already have a bunch of songs out together, so that'll be cool. Other than that, man, I'm just looking forward to keep proving people I'm the best big man in the business with the best choke slam in the business because I'm the best heel in the business.
Hell yeah.
I'm the best. I'm the best that you got. I'm the best that you'll see. If you don't believe me, just watch it. Watch the product, man.
Watch the product. That's it. That's what you got to do.
Real quick, because it's been bugging me. Whose jersey is that behind you?
Right there?
Yeah.
This is my best friend. His name is Brent Grimes. He's a 4-time NFL Pro Bowler.
Oh, nice. Okay.
We played together on the Dolphins. He's a future Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
And he gave me one of his Pro Bowl jerseys. I gave him one of my
That's pretty cool. Nice.
used jerseys. But I got a Cam Wake jersey over there too. I got my first jersey on the wall, NFL jersey on the wall.
Love
I got
that setup.
for the Maryland Heads, I got a signed Juan Dixon jersey. I got. And then I got in crates. I got so many other jerseys. Like I got a Stephon Diggs rookie year jersey from Minnesota.
Heck yeah!
I got a bunch. I got a Super Bowl jersey from my former college roommate Joe Villano. So I got a bunch of really cool shit.
Hell yeah!
Right.
Hell yeah!
And we do a most wanted treasures out of AJ's house.
I was gonna say we'll just go in his closet, man. Damn.
You could. I wouldn't let the cameras in here, but you could.
Yeah, I feel that. I do. Yeah, damn. I like that setup though. It's nice. I like it. It's real cool.
Appreciate you, man.
And I'd be remiss to tell you, man. I gotta say something. Like being a 2-time cheese, I gotta get my hands on one of those cheese.
I gotta get my hands on one of them.
I need my hands on one of them, man. You can tell somebody to make them.
Yes.
Like that one. And that was That was when I said in the first class penthouse when I said, Cheez-It, you people make their Cheez-It jokes, but Cheez-It paid me more in 2 days than anybody in the back's made in 2 years.
Damn.
That's
damn.
That's awesome. The lie.
They're gonna need a Senzu for that one. Damn.
I love it. Awesome. Well, AJ, man, I'm glad we got this done. You know I'm a huge fan. I've met you before. We follow you a lot of times, man. You're killing it, man. Just keep doing what you're doing. I know whatever you do, it's going to be awesome. But for those of you that don't know, where can we find you on socials and stuff like that for music and everything like that?
You can follow me on all social media at AJ Francis 410. And all my music is in my bio links as well. Everything I'm doing is on social media at AJ Francis 410. So I'll let y'all.
Appreciate you, AJ. Thank you so much, man. Good luck with everything down the road, and we're excited to watch it, man.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate you,
brother.
Peace. Guys, thank you so much. For AJ, from Mike, and for Sped, I'm John Anthony, guys. We'll talk to you on the flip side.